And ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'll be having toast, well wishes, and advice from members of the bridal party. So if we can turn our attention to the head table at this time.
Welcome, everybody. Or to my Filipinos, mga kababayan, mabuhay, which means welcome and celebration. First off, I want to thank people that I don't want to forget. We'll start with DJ Rod, the venue workers, service workers, photographers, Sarah and Alexis, videographer, Lawton's around here, there he is, and of course all the families. Thank you guys for coming to the Ladaga Bunda Super Spreader event. I will see all you guys in the ER in a week with sniffles and a cough. It's not planned at all. So I'm Nate, Nick's twin brother, AKA Baby A. And so I want to start with a story that my mom will tell, I think is super appropriate for today. When she was pregnant, she knew she had twins, didn't know the sex of the babies at all. But she figured a boy and a girl. Baby A, super active, moved a bunch, had to be a boy. Baby B, didn't move at all, had to be a girl. So when the day came, all according to plan, baby A comes out, that's me. So she's ready with her boy and girl name. And then baby B comes up, changes plans. So 2 boys. So scrambling to find names, and the story goes, my Aunt Jessie walks in the living room and says, that looks like a Nathaniel and a Nicolas. And the rest is history. But what you don't know is if Nick was a girl, my mom was settled on the name Rachel. So despite 30 years ago, Nick robbing me of a sister named Rachel, he made up for it today. So, welcome, Sister Rachel. And Nick and I are blessed to be raised with multiple siblings. And being a twin presents its own unique challenges. You always feel like you're being compared, like it's a competition. But not really for me. And actually, I really needed Nick. Because growing up, we had some tough childhood at times. And I really needed him there. Because I was the emotional twin. I was a crybaby. I'd get on a plane to go see my dad in the summer, sobbing. Nick's next to me in the seat in the plane, eating peach rings, just chilling. What? That's an exact recording of me back in the day. First day of school, sobbing, Nick didn't care. Bub eats all the pizza rolls, I'm sobbing, Nick doesn't care. But I needed that from Nick. And I actually learned from him. He was stoic, he was like that emotional pillar that I needed, and he's gonna do the same thing for Rachel. I'm very lucky because as a twin, you have a built-in best friend already. And he's been there for every major life event I've ever had, including flying all the way from Santa Barbara to be there for the birth of my daughter. And so if you talk to anybody who knows Nick, they'll tell you that he's extremely loyal. He'll go further than most people will for his friends and his family. There's distance between him and everybody. It doesn't matter. You need money, he'll send it. Something rough is going on in your life, get on the phone, he's talking you through it. He's gonna give you advice, brutally honest. Didn't want it, you probably needed it though. And of course, he's gonna fly multiple times already back to Michigan for like these major life events. So he's gonna be a great partner for Rachel because Rachel is now his person, his number one. So no doubt in my mind that you guys will succeed that way. Now speaking of Rachel, we'll segue now. The first time I met her, not what I expected. I knew she was a famous social media influencer. I remember the first time in my life feeling starstruck. We go to a Joe Coy concert here in Grand Rapids, Filipino comedian. We sit down, I'm with Claire, Nick, Rachel. This girl behind us like, oh my God, are you Rachel Ashley? Can I have a picture? I watch you all the time. And I look at Claire, I'm like, we're with a celebrity. The rest of the event, we're like walking around with our chest out like we're hot stuff too. But Sweet Rachel doesn't get to her head, super humble, super generous, takes a picture, I'll follow you back, and all this stuff. And that just, it goes on. And she's lovely like that. But if you first meet her, you're going to think something different. She's shy, she's quiet, but I know her secret. I know her kryptonite. Slip her a little bit of soju, a little Korean corn dogs, a karaoke machine. She is the brightest person in the room, and it's so fantastic to watch. And she's integrated with our family just spectacularly. And we're really excited to have her. So I'm almost done. I know they're going to be successful in marriage because they've already done the most difficult part. Check this out. They dated for 6 months. On 2 weeks' notice, they decided to move together to California into a studio apartment. A few months later, pandemic hit, they're isolated from the whole world, just them. And they made it through. I don't know anybody in here who, with their partner, could do the same thing. If you think you could, you're a liar. So they are going to have a very successful marriage, and I'm really excited for them. So to wrap up, Nick, our first 30 years might have had some competition, but I think the next 30 years we need to collaborate. We need to hold each other accountable for being the best fathers, husbands, and family men that we can be. And Rachel, Nick ended his best man speech for me saying that with the addition of Claire, the twins become the triplets, and we're so happy to welcome you to the quadruplets now. So everybody raise your glasses for me, please, to help celebrate Nick and Rachel. Cheers.
Thank you all so much for coming here today to honor the bride and the groom. So I am so honored to be here myself. My name is Nicole, and I'm so humbled that Rachel has chosen me to be her maid of honor. Thank you for that. So many of you may not know, but I am Rachel's younger sister, 5 years younger to be exact, if you just you guys know. But yeah, so we've been pretty much dreaming about this day forever. We always dreamt about what our weddings would be like one day, what our dresses, what songs we want to dance to. And it's so surreal just taking it all in and realizing that this is the day we've been waiting for years. And I just want to say a quick little thank you to the bride and the groom family as well. None of this could have been done without any of you guys here. Otherwise, it'd just be only Rachel and Nick by themselves, and no one wants that. But yeah, so Rachel and I's relationship has always been very special to me. Just like sisters, we butt heads at times, here and there. Many times. We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, she's always there for me. And yeah, when writing this speech, I struggled choosing one specific moment that summarizes our whole relationship. So I was just sitting down there thinking, should I talk about our vacations together, our sister's trip? But the problem is we shared too many countless memories together. So like moments like flying out to California for our sister's trip and eating quesadillas all night, or when we would constantly have to separate from each other at grocery stores because my mom would yell at us because we always laughed at each other. Or when we just lay on the kitchen floor laughing for just absolutely no reason. These may seem like all insignificant moments to everyone else, but to me, they mean the whole world to me. And it's just so hard when you told me that you were moving to the Philippines for the first time. And I know it was only for 2 months, but it really, really messed me up. I was so sad. I felt like I lost a part of myself. But at the end of the day, it really warms my heart just knowing to see how happy Nick makes you. And that's all. Don't you dare cry. No. Okay, I'm not looking at you. Okay. Rachel, you are my first best friend, and I can't thank you enough for all the memories that we have together. Rachel, I said I was not going to cry. Okay. And Nick, thank you so much for being there for my sister and loving her in the way that she deserves. I've gotten to know you over the past several years, and I can see that there's no better match for my sister than you. You gotta stop crying, Rachel. Yeah, okay, I will not look at her. Okay, I'm so excited for what the future has in store for the both of you, and I'm happy to be able to call you my brother. But Rachel and Nick, you guys are such a beautiful couple. I've been blessed to see this relationship grow firsthand. And I remember when Rachel came home from her first date with Nick, and I was not thrilled at all. I was like, who is this guy stealing my sister from me? We did everything together, and it took me a second to get used to everything, and just seeing how happy he made her, I was perfectly fine. I know that he was gonna make her happier than I could ever make her. But Rachel and Nick, I just wish you guys a wonderful and blessed marriage filled with many new memories. So let's just raise a glass to my sister and her new husband, Rachel and Nick Ladaga.